everybody's wearing the uniform again. And you know that in the 60s, you never saw two people. If you look at those videos from the 60s, everybody's unique. Before the Beatles, if you look at the Cavern, the Beatles, and Ready, Steady, Go, like until 1964, everybody's like doing that funny little dance that they did, and all the guys are dressed up like they are now. There's nothing changed between now and then, but that bit in the middle was really explosive and colourful and glamorous.
Well, I think I was very lucky to be involved in it, and it was great to meet a great bunch of highly creative, entrepreneurial people. We were all young in those days, and breaking new ground, we thought, but it's fun to see that it still exists, that even if I can look at it and say, oh, it's not as good as it used to be, it's more corporate, all that stuff, it's a thrill that it still exists.
You couldn't do what I did now, because you would have to go through the press agents and the management, and the artistes and photographers are not respected and admired anymore.
It was like a generator being turned on. It made things happen, and other people began to, like King's Road, and shops began to copy it. That helped to kill it in a sense, because they saw what was happening in Carnaby Street, all the modern, all the little mini skirts and all the different things. They began to copy it. As soon as they copied it, began to kill it, because no individual people came there anymore.
You can never have the same feel as it did then, because you're not 16, you're not 19, and you haven't got that revolutionary attitude, and people have changed, styles have changed, everything's changed, and you can't recreate. You just got to live with your memories and enjoy what you had and be grateful for it. It's lovely just taking a peek down there. It's a different place now.
It never seemed like it was real. It always seemed like all that stuff you read in the papers, that wasn't really us, because we were too busy doing the real thing, which was the music going forward. So I look back at my life and think, well, someone else did all that bit. I just did the bit in the middle.
So I talked to Colonel Parker, Elvis's manager, and they asked him one day about this up and down thing, and they said, well, all those people you're walking on, as you're going up, you're going to meet them coming down. And he said, I'm never coming down. And I said, oh. And that made me think of the 60s. We thought we're never coming down, of course we did.
Because Carnaby Street wasn't just fashion, it was a whole part of a movement, of a way of life, of a whole change in London. That just happened to be part of it. And it's part of it, it was the fashionable part of it. It was a cultural change, it was a cultural shock to the world, you know. We'd been through the last war and we were used to grey and brown, and all of a sudden colour came along, and people were rebellious for a while, and for a short period of time the youth were running things. But like everything else, eventually the corporations caught up.
But the battle really between the dreary, really nasty 40s and the bomb damage and the horror in the 40s, and then the 50s started moving, and the 60s just couldn't wait to get off. It was like a bird. It just took flight. Like a rainbow, off it went, like a rainbow, marvellous.
I don't think the magic of that period will ever come again. It's impossible. You can't recreate the vibe that existed. I mean, come on, it was just magic. We didn't do anything special. We just did what we thought we had to, because the law of attraction states, make it attractive, it comes to you. Well, we made it attractive.
If there was one thing in those days that I would tell people about Carnaby Street is wear sunglasses, because the girls were magnificent in their miniskirts, and without them, it'd just blow you away.
When you smile, you see him walking down the street. When you smile, when he stands and offers you a seat.